Hey guys, so in my last video I talked about the WAXP wallet and using the WAXP blockchain and their ecosystem and all the play to earn games and NFTs and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm going to show you a little bit how to use the on and off ramps to get your fiat currency or your everyday money from your bank account into different crypto exchanges, into different cryptocurrencies, and then how to go and use that in WAXP. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about really 4 different exchanges that I like using, but I'm going to really go into depth on one of them, which is Kucoin, that I like, that makes it super easy to go and do this, and we'll just get right into it. So again, you know, if you don't have a WAXP wallet yet, you can check the links below this video for how to go do that, but it's super easy to go do. If you just go to wax.io, it'll bring you to a page that you can either sign up for a wallet, or if you already have one, then great, you're all set. So now I'm going to talk about just the 4 exchanges I like using, depending on where you live. One of them that I like using in conjunction with WAXP, because it is a token that they have on their exchange, is crypto.com. Makes it easy to buy and sell crypto, to trade and all that. It doesn't have a desktop app, but you can use it on your cell phone. So crypto.com, I will do another video more extensively about that. The one I'm going to focus more on today is Kucoin. Kucoin.com is a good option. It has WAXP as a trading pair as well, so it's easy to exchange from a stable coin or USDT or US dollars into WAXP. Also makes it super easy to go and buy cryptocurrency. If you live in Canada, I will talk about these 2. I like these 2 if you live in Canada. The reason being is because when you go buy cryptocurrency on crypto.com or Kucoin, the easiest way to go do that is with just a Visa or MasterCard debit card, and you can just purchase your crypto. They do charge roughly, it's about 3% or so. Whereas if you're in Canada and you use either Netcoins, or another one I like is Newton, Newton, they both have the option that you can actually add funds via an e-transfer, which is extremely quick, and there's not these big hefty charges and stuff to it as well. Don't worry, they make money in other areas, but it's very quick, it's very easy. Same thing when you're sending money back into fiat currency or to your bank account. It's very, very quickly, very easy to do. So if you live in Canada, Newton and Netcoins are 2 really good options. If you're in the States or elsewhere, crypto.com and Kucoin are good options. But again, like I kind of talked about in my last video, you can always go, if you're more comfortable with another exchange, go to your WAXP wallet, buy WAXP, and it's going to kind of tell you all the different places, all the different exchanges that you can do this quite easily, depending on what you're comfortable with. You can go and use those. So today I'm going to get into Kucoin and how I typically go and do that. So first thing, if I'm just starting out, in my last video I said you're probably gonna have to stake a little bit of WAXP in your wallet, like I had mentioned, just to get some CPU, some RAM, so that you can go and start accessing the ecosystem, play to earn gaming, all that kind of stuff. Depending on how intense you want to do, you don't have to start with much. So, start with small amounts, start with like 10, 20 WAXP on CPU, maybe 10, 20 WAXP on your RAM, and just kind of see how it goes. It will tell you if you can't perform a transaction and what you need to add. So don't worry about that, but you will need to buy some WAXP in order to go do that. So if you're not already in cryptocurrencies and you're not already exchanging and familiar with that, what you can go do is you can buy some on Kucoin. So the way you go do that, the easiest way, like I said, is just to do a fast trade using either a Visa or MasterCard debit card. Just loading a little bit slow here today, but basically all you have to go do is you just select the amount. Say you want to buy $500 worth of, and you can buy pretty much most cryptocurrencies, not all. Depending on what you choose, it will tell you what options you have to buy stuff. Usually what I go do is I'll go buy USDT if I'm using Kucoin, because there's all kinds of trading pairs, and then I can exchange it into whatever I want. As you can see here, there is a fee that they take, is roughly, it's not quite 3%, but you can see it is going to cost you to go and do that. It is what it is. You're going to have to pay those fees to get your money out of the traditional system into the crypto markets. It's just what it is. You can play around with the different exchanges and stuff too, and find different ways. And as you become more comfortable you definitely will find ways that you don't have to do this. And once your money is on a blockchain, it's very inexpensive if you're doing it properly to get it from place to place. So don't worry too much about that. But basically then you just go buy, you're gonna have to enter your information. If you don't have an account, you can set one up. There's links below in the description. You will have to go through a bit of a KYC process. You'll need a driver's license and that kind of stuff, but it is what it is to get out of the traditional banking system into cryptocurrency. So that's what you do first. Go ahead, buy some USDT, and then I'll show you where we go from there. Okay, so once we've bought our cryptocurrency, I'm not gonna do it here because I'd rather not pay that 3% at this stage. You're gonna go to your main account. That's where it is gonna show up, and it's gonna have all your, if you have any other cryptocurrencies or anything like that that you've bought, they're gonna show up in your main account. Your main account is where you can send and transfer your different cryptocurrencies, which I'll show you in a second. In this case, I only have a little bit of USDT here just for demonstration purposes. I just exchanged some wax, but I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that now. So now I wanna go buy my wax. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer that into my trading account here. So I'm gonna select the max amount of USDT. I'm gonna confirm that, and it's gonna go into my trading account where I'm gonna find all my pairs. This is also where you can, if you do have cryptocurrency already and you want to go and deposit it into Kucoin and exchange it for wax, you can do the same thing. If you hit the deposit, it's going to give you your address to send it. You just got to select the network that you're going to send it on. It's most likely probably going to be on the Ethereum network. If you're comfortable sending it on Solana network or some of the other ones where it's going to be less expensive to do that, I do recommend doing that. I use Solana a lot to transfer USDC and USDT because it's cheaper and it's very quick. Doing that on the Ethereum network can get pretty costly. So if you do need to do that, then obviously this is where you would do that. Like I said, you select your network. So let's just say we're going to do it on the Ethereum network. It's going to give us an address now. That whatever exchange we're sending it to, we just copy this and we're going to send it to this address. Or you can always just pop up the QR code. If you're doing it on crypto.com, you can just scan that QR code and it'll fill the address. So that's just if you already have crypto, great. But if not, then you don't have to worry about that. And it's gonna be the same thing to withdraw your USDT or your wax or whatever, but I'll go into that a little bit. So for now, we have some USDT. We want to go buy some wax. What are we going to do? We are going to go to trade now, and we're just going to do some spot trading. So now once we've gone there, I'm just going to move myself so we can see a little bit. I've got a lot of windows open, so it's going a little bit slow here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we wanna go find our USDT wax pair. Luckily, I've already got it saved, but if you don't have it saved, you can just go up here, click on that, and you're gonna start typing wax, and you're gonna find your wax USDT pair, which is right here. Okay, so now we're gonna go do that. We're just spot trading. We're not doing anything special, but what we're gonna go do is now we're gonna buy some wax. So we do have some USDT. We have a little bit here. You can do a limit order. Basically what that is you get to pick the price. You can kind of see what it's trading at here. So you can do a limit order where you'll put in whatever the price of wax is. If you wanna buy it higher or lower, then you can put that too. For the sake of just quick and easy, we're just gonna pick a market order, which means we're just gonna select how much we wanna buy and just let it do its thing. So I wanna use all my USDT, but say I only wanted, $100 of it, then you would put $100 in here and it's gonna buy $100 worth of wax. But in this case, we only have a little bit of USDT, so we're just gonna click the 100, it's gonna autofill, and then we're just gonna go, this is a little cut off, but we're gonna buy that wax now. You're gonna see that order get executed. Nice little bell and everything. And then now we can go see how much wax we have, and we can move that to our wax wallet. So now that if we want to buy things on Atomic Hub or in the wax ecosystem, we can do that. So again, we're gonna go back to our assets now. We're gonna go to our trading account because that's what we just did. We just traded. We just traded our USDT for Wax, and we'll see that show up here. There we go. So now we have just under 10 Wax that we've bought. So now we want to go send that to our Wax wallet. So what we need to do first is we need to transfer that to our main account, because that's where we're going to send it from. We're going to click on this so it takes all of it, and we're going to confirm that. And then now we got to go to our main account. It sometimes just takes a little while to pop up here. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that, what we're going to go do is we're going to go back to our Wax wallet. And in my last video, remember I said this is our address now that we're going to send it, our wallet address. So I'm going to go and I'm going to copy that, or I can hit receive here. I can use the QR code. It's just as easy. If you remember this off the top of your head, great. But in this case, I'm just going to copy it, and we're going to go back to Kucoin. And we're going to go see, there we go. Now our Wax is sitting in our main account. So we're going to transfer that to our, oh, sorry, we're not going to transfer. We're going to withdraw our Wax now. Hey guys, we're back on the main account here. Just had a little glitch. I didn't have enough Wax to be able to send it properly, so I just sent a little bit more here. But we'll just kind of go through this again, where we're going to withdraw this to our Wax wallet again. So again, we are going to go and choose our wallet address. We're going to copy that. We don't need a memo when we're sending it to Wax. When we're sending it to Kucoin, we do need to have the memo, but when we're sending it to the Wax wallet, we don't. So we're gonna go put that down there. We don't really have to select the network. It kind of does that for us. We're just gonna confirm. It's asking for the memo, but we don't need it when we're sending it. But if we were sending it to Kucoin, again, we do need it. We are gonna select the max amount that we can send. So there is a bit of a fee to send it. That's why this is not something I usually do all the time or with small amounts. It's usually larger amounts. 5 Wax is the equivalent of, right now it's, I don't know if that's even 40 cents. So again, if you're doing it in, you're sending $500, then, what's 40 cents to be able to send that? It's really quite inexpensive. So all we're gonna do now is, again, we've got our address. We're just gonna double check that. And like I said, if you're not comfortable, start with a smaller amount like this. So what if it costs you 5 Wax? It's not going to be a big deal to make sure you're doing it properly. But now we're going to withdraw, and that is going to end up back in our, yeah, we don't need it. Good. I'm glad it's asking, but we don't need it to send it back. It's telling us how much we're sending, where we're sending it on the network. We confirm that. And then with Kucoin, it is going to give you some verification codes that you need to fill in, which is not a bad thing. That way it makes sure, and it gives you two things you got to check, which is great, because then, make sure nobody's stealing your stuff. You will have to set up a trading password so that, again, you can trade and all that kind of stuff, so that you can also withdraw stuff. So those are good safety measures to have. So I'm just going to go check my email here, and I'm going to go check my authentication for Kucoin, which is on my phone. Verification code. Here we go. And this is obviously always changing, so it doesn't matter if you see this. And then we have so there's a lot of steps with this, guys, to kind of move it back and forth, but this is not something you're going to be doing every day. Again, if I'm doing play to earn gaming and I'm, on the Wax network, then I'm doing, I'm playing a whole bunch of games, and maybe once a week I'll say, you know what, I'm going to take some profit. I'm going to go put that in my bank account, and then I'm going to swap it over. Once you get your money from fiat or from your bank account onto cryptocurrency, you're not going to have to do all these steps. But you can see now it's processing. I did have to go take out a little bit more. I did transfer a little bit more Wax, so that'll be back down to, oh no, all right, we already got it. So there you go. Now it's sitting in our Wax wallet. So now we can go do whatever we need to do. We can go to, let's say we're gonna go to Atomic Hub. I'll just pull that up. And we wanna go buy some NFTs in whatever game. Maybe we're, maybe we're playing blockchain brawlers and we need to buy a new finishing move, or maybe we need to buy some gold for the new brawler game that's coming out. We've got 77 wax in here now. We can just go click buy. You can see that this is going to be 24.5 wax. You can just do that, or you can click on it. I usually tend to click on it. I won't buy it right away because if you scroll down, you can actually see all the different prices of it. It's all pretty similar, so it doesn't matter. It's all the same asset, so obviously I want to buy the cheapest one. But now we have wax in our wallet that we can go do that. We can go to the different games, and I'll show you guys some of the different games that I'm playing that are really cool, lots of fun. Not so much return on investment right now. They're not making a ton of money just because, you know, we are in the depths of a bear market, but it's a great time to just accumulate. Some of the projects out there that are still building right now, I can tell you, are probably going to be pretty big projects when we start pulling out of this. So yeah, that's what I can do anyway with the wax in my wallet. Now, what am I going to do? I'm actually, I got 2 accounts open here, so let's close that. Now I actually want to go send this back to Kucoin. So say now I finished my gaming, I've got 77 wax, I want to take some profit, so now I got to go send that to Kucoin. So I'm going to go back to Kucoin here, and I'm going to go to my main account. I'm going to put in, I'm going to put wax here. I've already taken it all out, but now I want to deposit wax. So this goes if you want to deposit any crypto. This is how you're going to go do it. So I'm going to select coin, so it's wax. Obviously, I'm sending this on the Wax network. The memo and address are both required for a wax deposit. So like I just said, sending it out doesn't require, but you do need it to get the wax. So again, here's what we do. We have our address. We're going to copy that. We're going to go to our wax wallet, and we are going to send our wax again. So I know this is repetitive, guys, but I just want to, so let's say in this case, we're going to send 20 wax back. We're going to enter our address that we just got from Kucoin. We need this memo, so we're going to copy that, go back to our wallet, put it in the memo, and we're going to hit next. And it is sent. So I noticed with Kucoin, it probably takes a good 5 minutes or so to do it. So if I go to my main account, it will show up here probably in about 5 minutes or so. I'll pause the video, and then from there you can send it to wherever you want. Again, you might want to go and trade that back into USDC. So once it's in your main account, you're going to transfer it to your trading account. You're going to trade it for USDT, and then however you deposit your crypto into your bank account, it all depends. In Canada, it's a little different. Like I said, I use a Newton, and I use Netcoins. Those are 2 of the better ones. You can also deposit with Crypto.com. You know what? I've actually never deposited money. I will buy with Kucoin, but I've never deposited back into my bank account because most times I'm just keeping it in crypto, especially right now in this bear market. I'm keeping as much stuff in crypto as possible right now so that when we have the uptick, I can go and send it to my bank account. But watch the other videos below as I kind of show you how to use Newton, Netcoins, and Crypto.com to put it back into your bank account. But that's basically how you go buy and sell and trade and move wax tokens using Kucoin, and I'll show you how I do that with a couple others. And I still use Kucoin for a lot of that when it's moving wax back and forth, because it is very simple. Crypto.com is another one. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It hasn't showed up here yet, but I know it does. It probably takes about 5 minutes usually, which is still pretty quick in relation to things. And then you guys can go nuts and really play around on the Wax network. I urge you to, and I'll show you guys some more games in the future and some fun things that we're doing.